My name is Henry Ukazu, your number one human capacity coach. Let me tell you, the greatest power any person can possess in life is the power to choose. I'll repeat that. According to Martin Cohe, the greatest power any person can have in life is the power to choose. Today, we shall be discussing about choice and mistakes. Okay? Today's topic is your mistakes and failure does not define you. Your mistakes and failure don't define you. This topic is very, very important because as human beings, we have all made mistakes, we have all failed, and we think the life has come to an end. But guess what? Failure, mistakes is not the end of life. That is why I want to share with you guys so that you will know that mistakes and failures are part of life. I'm not here to literally inspire you, to encourage you. No, I'm here to share with you information that I think will literally help you. So if you can give me your ears in the next 15 minutes, trust me, you will gain so much value from this webinar. But before I talk about mistakes and failures, I want to talk about the foundation of what led to mistakes and failures, right? So the foundation of a mistake comes from the angle of freedom or choice. Let me say choice. The foundation of mistakes or failure comes from the mistakes you've done or the failures you've had. But how does that really work? It's the choice that you have made. Your choice will lead to your mistakes. So for example, as a human being, we all have choice in life. The greatest thing any human being has in life is the power to decide what he or she wants. That is the freedom of making choice. You have the choice to decide if you will do something or not. So what choice are you making? Because it is your choice that will lead to your decision. So for example, as a young lady, a man is trying to marry you or propose to you to be a girlfriend, okay, or to be your boyfriend, in whatever case it is. You have to decide if I like this man or not. That ability of deciding is what I call decision. But before you decide, first of all, you have to make a choice. Okay, this guy, do I like this guy or do I hate this guy? That is choice, because you will see all men coming to you, right? You will see all men coming to you telling you they like you, they like you. But you have to decide, what do you see in this guy that you like? So when you decide make that decision, that is when you will now be bound by it. That is why I said the origin of a mistake or failure comes from the choice you have made. Now, where is the origin of freedom? The origin of freedom, let's look back to the Holy Bible, which is the Bible, okay? Where we have Adam and Eve in the Bible, right? God told Adam and Eve, you can eat any tree, any food, any fruits in this garden, but do not eat these fruits. By the time you taste these fruits, that's a problem. But guess what? Men by nature are curious. They want to know why. That is man's nature for you. All right. But when man was deceived by the serpent, okay, the serpent met Eve and deceived Eve. Eve now told Adam, look, if you eat these fruits, you will know what God knows. And your eyes will be aware, and you'll be aware of what's happening in the world. That was what happened. So Adam and Eve fell for that trap, and they now ate that fruit. But what is the point there? The point there is that Adam and Eve made a choice. Okay? They decided that they want to eat that fruit. And when they now ate that fruit, their eyes now became open. They realized that they have made a mistake. So you see that Adam and Eve had freedom. They have unfettered freedom. But the moment they decided that they don't want this freedom any longer, they now made a choice. That choice now made them to understand that they have made a mistake. That's why I said freedom is important, because why? It enables you to have a choice. So any life you want to live today is a choice that you will decide how will it go. For example, okay, as a student, if you want to be wealthy financially or you want to be wealthy internationally, right? You have to read your books, do your exams, get a job, and then you plan your life. You cannot build something on nothing. All right. But if you do not do the needful, trust me, you will make a mistake. So when people say I've made a mistake in life, that mistake was fundamental mistake. Why? Because you made the wrong choice. That choice you made was not led to your failure. It's like a man who wants to get married. You see a lady you like, okay? You did not do due diligence. You married her. Down the line, you now made a mistake in the marriage. What does that tell you? You made the wrong choice, because it's your choice that will not lead to your mistakes. So it's very, very important you watch the kind of choices you make, because choices are critical. Any choice you make in life definitely will come with its own consequences. So if you've made a good choice, definitely you will reap the fruits. But if you make a bad choice, you are bound to pay for it. However, whenever you are paying for it, that does not mean you're a failure, because your mistakes will help you to grow. Your mistakes will serve as an experience. Personally, I do not believe that mistakes or failures is the end of life. No. Whenever I make a mistake, I always tell my friends, and this is me, I strongly believe that mistakes will serve as an experience to you, because you will learn. Whenever you make a mistake, it means that you are doing something, you are learning. So you don't have to be hard on you, because choice plays a very big role in our life. Do you know that whenever you make a choice, it has an effect of affecting everybody around you? Your parents, your siblings, your friends, your colleagues at work, your employer, every single part, even in society. So in every sphere of life you are, every choice you've made in life or any decision you've made, it has an effect of having an effect on everybody. Over time, as a mentor here in the US and internationally, right, I have seen many mentees coming to me telling me they want me to be their mentor. But guess what? Sometimes these young kids don't ask right. Why do I say this? Sometimes they place the cat before the horse. It doesn't work that way. Before you come into somebody's life, you have to ask yourself, what do I want to gain? Am I making the right choice or not? Let me explain a little bit. So now, you can't meet somebody on the street and say, I want you to be my mentor. No, you must know the role that person will play in your life. So politically, if you have interest in politics, you must have a friend who is a political consultant, or probably that person is in politics. If you have interest in leadership, same thing you will do. Get somebody who's already involved in that position. If you have interest in academics, you can get somebody who is already academically inclined, like a professor, a teacher, or a lecturer, or anybody. If you want to join the human capacity coach, like where I am, like a life coach, you get somebody who is already involved in that place. So this is one mistake many mentees do in life. They do not structure themselves very, very well. They just believe that provided you have money or you have influence, you'll be my mentor. It does not work that way. So it's part of those choice people make in life, which is not right. Once you make that wrong choice, it will not lead you to have a mistake in life. So mistakes in life or failures in life is as a result of the choice you've made. Now I want to share with you a quote I learned from a great man, from a philosopher. He said, "Watch your thoughts, they become your words. Watch your words, they become your actions. Watch your actions, they become your habits. And watch your habits, they become your character. And watch your character, they become your destiny." Let me elaborate a little bit. Now, once you've made the wrong choice, definitely it will have an effect on you. Like I said earlier on, every choice you make in life has its own consequences, whether good or bad. So the good part of it is that when you make the wrong choice, that does not make you a failure, because you could still learn from it. So it's very, very imperative that we understand the kind of choices we are making. Before you make a choice, it's always good to ask yourself, what is the long-term vision for this choice? Do not allow a short-term choice to have a longer effect in your life, because once you look at just the short term, you might not reap the fruit of your labor. But when you look at the long term, you will realize that there are many benefits that you will gain in life. So, for example, as a family man, if you have a family, right, It's always important that you place your family first, generally, okay? But in some occasions, you could have an exception, right? So once you have your family first, you are bound to provide for your family and put them into consideration. So if you are going to make any choice in life, right, then you now decide, what will that happen to my family? What is the effect of this choice in my life? So you have to be responsible in making any choice in life. That is why Winston Churchill said, the price of greatness is responsibility. As a man, once you are responsible, you will know that your family is important to you. You will not live your life like someone who does not have a future. You will know you have a family. You have a wife, you have a daughter, you have a son, or even you have children. So it's imperative that you look at your life and say, no, what will be the impact of whatever I'm going to do today in my family? It is very, very important. Let me take it a little bit higher again. As a man or as a lady, right, I want you to take a stock of your life 10 years ago, 20 years ago, 30 years ago, in fact, 50 years ago, or whenever you think you have become of age, and ask yourself, did I make any mistake? Did I improve? As a human being, let's be honest with ourselves. We have all made mistakes in life. We have all made mistakes in life. But those mistakes, okay, don't define us. What do I mean by that? Now, if you have taken a stock of your life, okay, in the last 10 years, 20 years, or 15 years, as the case may be, you will realize that there are things you did that you will regret down the line. True or false? There were things that if you are given the permission or the opportunity, you will go back and change the hand of time because you know that you screwed up. Now, that is what I'm talking about. The worst thing you could do in life is to be hard on yourself. So once you know that you have made the mistakes, the best thing for you to do at that point in time is to start from that moment and say, you know what, I have learned my mistakes, if at all you've learned that mistakes, and then you move along. It's like as a married man or as a married woman, you made a mistake in your marriage, and for whatever reasons, you and your partner divorced. Before you go into any other marriage, it's imperatively important that you will take a stock. What led to the failure of my marriage? What did I do right? What did I do wrong? What do I have to work on myself? That is what you have to do before you jump into any other marriage. If you have not been able to solve that same problem, trust me, you might make that same mistake again or even more mistakes. Because I strongly believe that before any marriage dissolves, both the man and the woman have a part to play in that marriage. They have a part to play. So both of you have to put in the work to make sure that you fix that marriage. All right. So once you put in that work, that marriage is bound to survive. But let me tell you guys, the irony of life is that most times we will see people who body shame or use words on other people who they think that they are much better off. It does not make sense. The irony of life is that the person shaming you, telling you you are a failure, you've made a mistake, you have lived a very useless life, might have made a worse mistake. Let me share with you guys about that. Let me just share a little bit. Do you know why I said that? Because everybody is experiencing or going through what I call a secret frustration. Each and every one of us have something that we are hiding. Each and every one of us. It's just that some people's own is now in the open. Everybody will see, oh, he is a failure, she is a failure. We'll see on the internet every day, he has divorced, she has divorced, look at the lifestyle he's living. As a young boy, as a young girl, even as a matured man, as a matured woman, everybody has something they are ashamed of in the past. But right now, it's not open. So if you see somebody who has lived a life that is not right, and then you're not shaming the person, oh, because you've seen me, I made a mistake in my marriage, and now you think you have an authority to speak to me. That does not make sense. Because you too have something in your skeleton, in your cupboard. So do not allow anyone to shame you because of your past or your mistakes. Do not allow anybody. Everybody is going through what I call a secret frustration. Everybody. As far as you are living on earth, you have something you are dealing with. So when people are coming to tell you that you are a failure, you are a mistake, Just laugh at that person, because that tells you the level of that person's understanding. Whenever we're talking about mistakes and failures, it's just like a marriage. Let me use marriage again, for example. Okay, your choice can determine who you will end up with in life. Okay, so if you decide to be with somebody right now, and then at the end of the day, as a man, you screw up in a marriage. Okay, people might say, oh, men are born cheaters, men are hunters. Let me tell you, as a man, we control our emotions, because it is your choice that will lead to your mistakes. Let me elaborate a little bit. Okay, so if as a man, right, you see a woman you like, okay, you think you have emotions, you're a hunter, you want to prey on ladies, right? If God says any man or any woman you cheat with who is not your partner, you will die. Will cheating continue in this world? Let's be honest with ourselves, as married men, as married women, even as a boyfriend, as a girlfriend. If God says today that whenever you cheat on someone who is not your partner, you will die, trust me, cheating will reduce in the world. So that tells you that we can control our emotions and our feelings. Let me ask you another question again. We all see people who are mad, like they are insane, they have mental problems. A madman knows he is mad. A mad woman knows she is mad, all right? But if a madman sees a lagoon or a river or an ocean, will that mad woman enter into the ocean? Let's be honest with ourselves. Will that mad woman enter into the ocean? No. A madman or a mad woman knows he or she is mad, right? They are walking on the road. They will see a car on highway. Will that mad person go into the highway? No. Before they cross the road, they will look left, look right before they cross, right? That tells you that they have an understanding of what is life. They can control themselves. So if a madman or a mad woman can control his emotion or her emotions, how much more a rational human being? That tells you that you are in control of whatever you want to be in life. Any man that wants to cheat will cheat because he or she wants to cheat. The same thing with a woman. Any woman that wants to cheat will cheat because she wants to cheat. You cannot control a man, you cannot control a woman. The best you can do is to influence them and walk along with them. So that is life itself. So that is why I'm taking my time to establish the foundation of what mistake and failure is all about. They all come from the choice you've made. You are in charge of any choice you've made in your life, and any choice you've made in your life will definitely have an impact in your life. So let me take it to another extent again. As a human being, you have feelings, right? As you have feelings. You won't tell me that as a human being you have feelings, you will not have feelings for a dog or for an animal or for a family member. No. Feelings are like emotions. You can control your emotions. But fidelity makes you intentional. Okay? Why feelings makes you to be a rational human being? Because you have feelings. So once you can control your feelings, that tells you that you can also control your life. All right, so once you've made that wrong choice as a human being, you've made that mistake, the best thing to do is to work on it and appreciate that mistake you've done, and then to now work on it again. I will share with you guys some advantages of mistakes or failures. Okay, so just give me your ears, and I should wrap it up in a few. If you have any question, please feel free to ask me any question on Instagram or on Facebook, and I will do my best to really appreciate those questions. Okay, so failures comes to you in different ways. Probably in your marriage, in your academic, in your spiritual life, in your personal life, or even in your professional life. They all come to us. But the good thing you have to know about failure is that always pray to fail fast. Because once you fail, you'll be able to learn from those mistakes. Let me share with you guys again on marriage, because I think marriage will give me a better insight of what failure is all about. It is better as a man or as a woman to get married and then you divorce early than to get married and then you divorce probably after like 20 or 30 years. Again, it is better as a man, as a woman, it took you many years, maybe like 5, 10, 15 years to get married, and then you now live happily thereafter. There was no divorce. Than for you to rush into marriage and in 2, 3, 4, 5 years, you're not divorced. Many people divorce because they don't really know themselves. For marriage to work, you have to practice what I call self-awareness. You must know yourself before you get into marriage. All right? So whenever you failed in life, go back to the drawing board and ask yourself, what mistakes did I do? Because guess what? Whenever you fail in life, you will learn so many things because experience will come to you. Failure is the greatest experience in life. In whatever you do in life, whenever you fail, trust me, you will learn. And whenever you learn, you are adding value into your life. And the more you add value into your life, the more you are growing. Value determines growth. Okay? And once you have value, people will come to you. Do not be angry when people come to you and accuse you of being a failure, making a mistake as a man or as a lady. It does not matter. They accuse you, leave them to their conscience. Are they perfect? Nobody is perfect. We have all made mistakes. So it's imperative that when you see somebody that made a mistake, you have to use emotional intelligence. Practice what I call empathy. Understand them, okay, before you now judge them. Do not be judgmental, okay? Put yourself in that person's shoe. I always tell people, before you judge somebody, put yourself in that person's shoe. We're all human beings. Nobody is perfect. Today I'm on the internet speaking right now. Tomorrow you could hear, oh, Henry has failed his marriage. God forbid. Henry has failed in his life. God forbid. Henry has committed suicide. God forbid. We are all human beings. That is why you have to check up on your friends and ask people what is going on in their life. Be with them because we are all human beings. Even me talking to you now, I need someone that will inspire me. I need someone that will encourage you. Why? Because I am a human being. As a teacher, you have a student. As a student, you have a teacher. As a mentor, you have a mentee. As a mentee, you have a mentor. And even your mentor has a mentor. Right? That is life. So we are bound to encourage each and every one of us. So whenever you see someone that has made a mistake, please encourage that person. Do not be hard on that person because you can be there tomorrow. Let me share with you guys, right? Here in the US, I work in the jail. I am the legal coordinator for New York City Department of Correction. But my experience of working in the jail here in the US, I always tell the inmates, I can be here tomorrow. It doesn't matter. I can be here tomorrow. Because in life, nothing is guaranteed. So do not think, oh, because you are the supervisor, you are the boss at work, that you cannot be in jail tomorrow. You can be in jail tomorrow. So I always put myself into people's shoes every now and then. I don't see myself as someone who is perfect. I make mistakes in life. I'm human. I have flesh and blood in me. But what I do is I just try my best to make sure I do the best I can. All right? So I also pray for my partner because nobody knows what can happen any minute in time. So you have to encourage yourself. But when you allow people to define you, that is when you are now having a challenge or a problem. Because nobody is perfect. That person accusing you must have made much more mistakes, more terrible mistakes than you. So who are you to judge? Are you God? Are you God? So that is why I have this topic at heart, because I see people who have committed suicide in life. Why? Because of their failures, their mistakes. They could not stand it. They couldn't stand ashamed. It's not easy. We are all human beings. So it's always good you always have things at the back of your mind. What will happen when I do this? That is why I said every choice you make in life has a consequence. Every decision you make in life has a consequence. If it's good, fine. If it's bad, you pay for it. But you pay for it, that does not make you feel like, because you will learn from that thing. You will learn from it. All right? So in summary, what I'm trying to tell you is that you are the one, you are in control of your life. You are in control of your life. If you doubt me, let's give a very practical example. You have a car, right? You are the one driving the car. You will decide to hit the accelerator or you will decide to hit the brake. It's up to you. So who controls the brake? Who controls the accelerator? Who controls the horn, the windscreen? You are the one. So you are in control of your life. So whatever happens in life, you should be responsible for your mistakes, for your failures. You should be responsible. So my very good friends, I'm just here to literally share with you about mistakes and failures in life. I am not here to judge anyone. No, I'm here to encourage you that no matter what you've done in your life, don't be hard on yourself. That is the take I want you guys to take from today's webinar. No matter the mistakes, you have had in your life, either in your personal life, in your professional life. Do not be hard on yourself, because we are all human beings. Even Christ himself did not fail, because why? He had the Spirit of God in him. Imagine when Christ was in the wilderness for 40 days and 40 nights, he was fasting, right? And the devil came to test him with those bread. He was able to survive because he had the Spirit of God in him. So if Christ in his nature, who is that strong, who almost fell for it, could stand, how much more about a mortal human being like me and you? How much more? So in life, move like a storm. Take that risk. That's what I will tell you. Take that risk. Do not be afraid of taking risk. If you fail, you will learn from it. But before you take that risk, calculate the risk. Ask yourself, does it worth it? That is why I always like the words of Winston Churchill. He said, the price of greatness is responsibility. If you're taking a risk, consider your family, your friends, your nation before you take that risk. Make sure you plan yourself very well. Is this risk reasonable or not? By the time you have that at the back of your mind, you will now be in a better position to literally address any concern you have. So my very good friends, I don't know if anybody has any questions. Please feel free to share with me. Otherwise, I'll be wrapping up in a minute. I'm just coming out live here to share with you guys about failures and experience, because I have seen so many people who have heavy burden in their hearts. Okay, so I thought it nice to come and share with you guys on how failures and mistakes can define you, if you allow it to define you. But if you decide that this failure or mistake can never define you, trust me, it can never, and it will never define you. It's just up to you to decide what you want in your life. So my very good friends, I want to thank each and every one of you for coming down here today to share with me, to give me a time. I'll be here again next week for another nice topic. So if you have any topic you want to share with me, please feel free to send me any question you have on Instagram or on Facebook. This video will be out here for you guys to watch. Please feel free to share it with your friends. This video will be out there on YouTube, on Twitter, and LinkedIn. Feel free to watch it and share with me whatever you think that I need to learn, because we're all here to learn. But before I leave, I want to tell you that I am your number one human capacity coach. I am here to inspire you, to inform you, and to unleash your potentials. So if you think that you have something in you, but you don't know how to go about it, please feel free to reach about me. I do trainings on human capacity development. As a mindset coach, I train people on how to unleash their potentials. I align your vocation, your profession, and your calling together to make sure that you have a better life. All right. So do not feel that you are alone. You have somebody that can share with you. My trainings can be one-on-one or a group session. So if you think you need a training, please feel free to check my bio and subscribe to one of my trainings, and I'll be glad to share with you. So for now, this is Mr. Ukazu Henry telling you that I care for you, I love you, and I want you to succeed, and let us succeed together. So I look forward to seeing you guys next week. Take care, and one love from each and every one of you. Bye.